Drive is 1 play, 0 yards, 4 seconds. Two picks in a game.
Whether you're looking for manufactured or natural stone to accent or update your exterior or interior project of any size, Centurion Stone of Iowa offers a variety of styles, patterns, and colors for every need. Centurion Stone, our own manufactured stone product, has the look and feel of natural stone and is available in over 200 color and pattern combinations. We also provide natural stone for interior and exterior projects. Our Des Moines and Omaha locations are open daily. Browse our wide variety of product samples with our helpful staff. They'll answer any questions that you have. Check us out on the web at CenturionStoneofIowa.com.
And hello, welcome to the press box here in Jack Trice Stadium. Chris Williams with you. Iowa State leads Northern Iowa 23-0. Stack notebook here, as you always have when the season starts and you're seeing all the guys for the first time. I got a lot to talk about. Really good first half for Iowa State. Offense was a little sluggish at first, but got better. Talk about all of it. Wow, what a way to end the half. A 56-yard field goal by Chase Contreras. That is the fifth longest field goal in the history of Iowa State football. Andrew, I totally agree. Special teams Iowa State, baby. Been really good other than that really awful PAT attempt, but got a great punt return. The punt game was phenomenal. So they cleaned that up. Defensively, Iowa State dominant over Northern Iowa. Panthers only averaging 2.9 yards per play. Of course, you get a pick six to start things off. That's a great way to start the season. And on top of that, Jeremiah Cooper, we're going to start calling him Coop. 2 interceptions in this game. A lot of notes on the defense. So, first of all, Dominic Orange and Tyler Onyedim dominant on the defensive line. Love seeing that. I do think I want to see Onyedim got hurt there at the end of the first half, and I did not like seeing that because he was phenomenal. Orange going to get a lot of the headlines after this one, but Onyedim was, I thought, just fantastic out there, number 11, looking really sharp. The rest of the defense, so fascinated. John Haycock really ratcheting things up. Why is he doing that? Well, when you have that secondary, you trust them, right? And you can just freaking get after the quarterback. And I was really impressed with John Haycock. We know he's one of the top defensive coordinators in college football, but man, really aggressive start to that. Theo Day, the quarterback from Northern Iowa, all out of sorts. And really just impressed. Everything defensively is exactly what we thought we would see with Iowa State, so we wanted to see some special teams. That was pretty good other than the PAT. Let's talk about the offense a little bit because it really took until that last possession for the Cyclones to be able to move the football a lot, right? There were a lot of, short runs, 5.7 yards per play for the offense, but that really got inflated there by that final possession. So if you're a Cyclone Fanatic Premium subscriber, you've seen me Usama a lot during the offseason, specifically during the fall camp. And he really was a spark plug. He had a 26-yard run on that final possession. I gave a hot take to our premium subscribers last week. I said I think Abu Sama could be the starting running back halfway through the year. Man, if that first half was any indication, I might be right there. I also do like Cartevious Norton now. He only had 5 carries for 18 yards, 3.6 yards per carry. He's got more twitch this year. It's hard, though, because he was injured a lot last year. So maybe that was him a year ago. But you can tell he's got something. Like, those, to me, looked like the best running backs. Eli Sanders, you didn't see much out of him. 4 for 7, 1.8 yards per carry. A lot of this is on the offensive line, right? Not convinced that the line is significantly better yet, but we got to see how this thing plays out, right? We're only we're only a few minutes into the season, but nonetheless, just doesn't really. They weren't exactly getting a ton of push against Northern Iowa. We'll put it that way. I do anticipate they're going to keep wearing the Panthers down. It's a hot day out there in Ames, and I just can't imagine Matt Campbell and Nate Shieldhouse are going to get too nuts here in the second half with a 23-point lead at halftime. But we'll see. Let's talk about the quarterbacks. J.J. Cole only saw one possession. Rocco Beck got the rest. Beck was 8 for 10, 74 yards and a touchdown. I thought he looked really solid. Looked fine. Nothing fancy, but he looked fine. And I think that's what Iowa State wants out of its quarterback this year. Be fine. JJ, I hope we see him more in the second half. I think we will. Maybe, too, it's like you're rolling a little bit. Let Beck get some reps, try and get a little bit of a rhythm out there. And I'd love to see him come out and start J.J. Cole in the second half just to see what we got there, right? Just let him get out there. Yeah, that's really what I have for you. I'm not going to judge the offense too harshly until we get an entire game of football here. Feels a little bit like it's unfair to do that. Corey saying it seems like they took J.J. Cole's helmet away. Okay, I didn't see that from in the press box, but if that's the case, he did get hit hard. He was running like that, and maybe he's got concussion symptoms. I don't know. If that's the case, we were not told that up here, but you may have had a better view from the television. James wants my take on the linebackers. Just phenomenal. They've been really outstanding. Let me look at I'm going to pull up the tackles because I just want to see. My Onyedem is exactly what I thought. 7 tackles there in the first half, leading Iowa State. Verdone was awesome. He has 4 tackles. Cooper, we all know about that. To be honest, when you have that dominant of a D-line and that dominant of the secondary, you forget about the linebackers a little bit. I think Zach Lovett came in, made a nice play. They haven't really stood out to me because they haven't really had to, right? And that's a good thing. What about Caleb Bacon with that sack? He came out, and that's what I'm talking about with Haycock. I thought it was a really aggressive game plan for Iowa State to rattle. They clearly saw, with 4 new starters on that Northern Iowa offensive line, the ability to get to Theo Day. And if Northern Iowa was going to beat you, they were going to have to do it with Theo Day. It was strength on strength going into this game plan, and Iowa State's defense is much stronger than the Northern Iowa offense. Let's go through a couple of these. Roman, I agree that Dominic Orange is an absolute game changer. We got a lot of, hey, we have a kicker and punter. A lot of people are saying that there. Ooh, I really like this one from Darren. It's time for the Hanging with Mr. Cooper Cyclone Fanatic t-shirts. I'm digging that. Oh, yeah. Loving that. Let's talk about a 56-yard field goal, says Jeremy. Jeremy, I led the show with it. Are you not paying attention? I led the show with it. Woo! My buddy Josh pointing out that the Cyclones had a quarterback sneak. Not only did they have a quarterback sneak, it was under center. Chris, Rocco looks comfortable. I like what I've seen so far. I do too. Yeah, I just want to see more. I'd like to see more of it. He does look good. I agree. Hanson, what's up, brother? Is Bloom still out in the lots about 12 bush lights deep? No, he drinks that Ames lager now. William doesn't drink anything other than branded beers. That's it. He won't drink anything else. 23-0. It's hot out there. Hope you guys are enjoying all the games from home. Join me right after the game for my Instant Reaction podcast. I do want to thank all of our great sponsors here. My buddy Centurion Stone of Iowa. Their showroom in Ankeny is where I got all my new fireplace and all that stuff in my house. They're phenomenal. Fareway meat and grocery. Go get yourself some Fareway meat, baby. And Karl Chevy. Have you all seen the new Cyclone Fanatic truck? It is badass. Badass. Joe points out that the punt return game may be one of the bigger surprises. Yeah, Iowa State hasn't returned a lot of punts. That's been a Campbell thing. He doesn't do a lot of punt return, but they certainly have today. They look different on special teams. Clearly, this new coach is being more aggressive with it, less sitting on the ball. And you got to love that. They're getting a lot of hidden yardage out there that they weren't getting a year ago. Absolutely love it. All right, talk to you guys after the game. Hopefully Iowa State hangs on to this one. Certainly feels like they will. I'm guessing this is going to be a pretty boring second half, but sometimes boring is good. Get out of there without any more injuries and get into the Iowa game next week. All right, I'm Chris Williams. Have an awesome rest of your afternoon. I will be here right after the game, same spot, and I would invite all of you to join me for instant reaction from Iowa State and Northern Iowa. Have an awesome rest of your day.